What's up, everybody? Everybody across the state of New York is excited about the Buffalo Bills getting another crack at the Kansas City Chiefs. And of course, nobody may be as excited as Governor Kathy Hochul, who joins the Shout podcast right now. Governor, can you put into words right now the excitement and the vibes across the state as the Bills kind of go and try to slay the dragon again in the Kansas City
Oh,
Chiefs?
and we will, by the way. So we try to means we're going to. So let's be more positive than that, Matt. Come on, they're going to win. But I've been a Bills fan since Jack Kemp was quarterback. Look it up. You probably never even heard of him, but he ended up becoming a member of Congress and went on to become a vice presidential candidate. So I go way back with this team. My brothers were football players. It's all we talked about. We were obsessed about it. When Grandpa retired from the steel plant, our gift to him was Buffalo Bills season tickets. It's all. He didn't want to go to Florida. He didn't want to retire. He just wanted to see the Bills. So what's happening right now? I do cover every inch of the state. I was in New York City yesterday, and I walk through the hallways and on the street and in the subways, and I talk to everybody, the elevator operators, the doormen, and I all say, "You're rooting for the Bills, right? You're rooting for the Bills." And I got everybody I talked to saying, "Go Bills." I said, "You don't have to say hi or goodbye. It's real simple. Just say go Bills." And it is so funny to see the people who approach me with that. I had a crowd of over 300 union workers at a rally 2 days earlier, and they're like, I made them all say Buffalo Bills, and we support them. So I've enjoyed this. My job is to unite all of New York, upstate and downstate, and I certainly have when it comes to support for the Buffalo Bills. So it's electric out there, Matt. I cannot tell you, I've never felt anything like it in my life.
Well, I tell people all the time. I travel around the country covering this team, and no fans in the league. I talk to other beat reporters on other beats. No fans travel to support their team like Buffalo Bills fans do. I walk through airports, I walk through the downtown in big cities, and there's Josh Allen jerseys everywhere, blue and white everywhere. It really is kind of spectacular that for somebody like me who grew up in this city and has been around the people of Buffalo pretty much my whole life outside of 5 years in Las Vegas, the shine that the city is getting now because of the popularity of Bill's Mafia and the success of the team, it's been really cool.
It is exciting. And also, I just think we've got generally good guys, nice guys that you want to root for. I mean, these are good, decent human beings, even off the field. And you can just feel that. So I think there's an extra pride. You get a lot of not just traditional fans you would have thought of in years past, but I go to I was at a game a couple weeks ago. I went literally down into the crowds. I'm walking down there. My security details losing their minds. Like, what are you doing? I said, I don't care. These are my people. So I went down there and I'm high fiving everybody. But to see all the young girls and the young women enjoying it as well, I think it's fun to see more families coming out to games. I mean, this is something that there's a sense of civic pride like I've never seen, but it's not just Buffalo. I have to tell you, I travel. It is all over the state, and this is so incredible. So the Bills have done something that is so unique to all of us, and that is to make us unified in a time when people are feeling really divided in our country. Think about the politics and everybody having different opinions on the president or not. It doesn't matter anymore. When you love something so unconditionally, the way we love the Bills, it's a bonding experience that is going to be with us for the rest of our lives. So let's talk about how this is something that we can find a common ground on and build from that and have more better discourse and more civility. And it all starts with just loving a team with such passion the way we do with our Bills.
I think, Josh Allen is, if not the best quarterback in the league, in the conversation. And I think that's really cool for Bills fans to have a player of his caliber after so many years of trying to find that next big time quarterback after Jim Kelly. How important do you feel like that is to have for the fan base, the city, a superstar on the national and global scale at quarterback?
It's a very big. In fact, you mentioned Jim Kelly. This is my Jim Kelly signed football. Uh, this is my Josh Allen signed jersey up here that I got a long time ago when he was, not as famous as he is now, but it's still my. And actually, the blank space on my wall is where I used to have Marv Levy quotes. It was signed by Marv Levy, but my sister made me give it to her because she built a Buffalo Bills sports bar in her basement in her house in Virginia. So she took that off the wall for me. I just want to get that back from her too. But having Josh Allen, I mean, it is like the Jim Kelly days. I mean, people still talk about Jim Kelly and the Super Bowls and what he did for the team. But then we had this long drought. I mean, the 17-year playoff drought was hard for a lot of young people growing up and, trying to get the energy. But you know what? Bills fans never gave up on the team. So now to have a superstar, someone who's known probably all over the world, be our local guy, it does make your heart swell with pride. It is really a big deal.
And finally, it's crazy. We're still over a season away from the new stadium, but I go down there every day and I see them putting it up brick by brick, and the excitement amongst the fan base during the tailgates, looking across, knowing what's on the way. There's all these reports that have come out over the course of the last 3 months of all the technological advances this stadium is going to have. And the city of Buffalo is going to have something in the NFL, the mega billion-dollar league that is the best stadium in the NFL. How cool is that from your perspective to have that for the city of Buffalo, the fans, and the team?
Well, I first became governor, and it was a little bit in doubt whether or not we would have a stadium, whether the Bills would actually stay. And that's what something the owner told me just a few months ago, or a month ago, that I was the one who made the difference. I mean, I'm the first governor from Buffalo since Grover Cleveland in the 1800s. I knew what this team meant to our state, to our city, but also to our psychology. We could not lose the Buffalo Bills, and I'm so proud we were able to keep them with a 30-year deal. I said I'm not going to walk away from the sale until they commit to staying here for 30 years. So kids that aren't even born yet will be able to come here and bring their kids. So that was important, but also not being on the hook for cost overruns turns out to be a pretty smart deal on our part. So I want to limit the state's exposure, but we do get a lot of economic benefit. But the stadium itself, last time I was there, I was walking, everybody wanted to take selfies with me with the stadium in the background. And I have a lot of pictures of just people just staring at it like this in awe that this is actually happening in our community. So I think it just makes us feel proud again and really know that we matter. We're a community that matters. And so you don't have to walk around with a chip on your shoulder, say, well, I'm from upstate New York. Say you're from Buffalo, say it proudly. And there's a whole lot of people that are rooting for us. And we should take pride in that as well. But I'm excited about that opening day. It is on schedule. I have been asking about this nonstop, fall of 26. And I'm looking for all the great amenities, but a world-class facility for the Buffalo Bills fans. They deserve it more than anybody. They've waited their time.
All right, I'm going to send you out on this. Bills Chiefs this weekend. Who do you got? How does it go? Give us the inside scoop.
Bills by 10.
Bills by 10. All right, so a big road performance. You're not worried.
No,
I
not
sense
at all.
no fear.
No. Complete confidence. We're good. Let's bring it home. Go Bills.
Thank you, Governor.
Take care.